Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Storytime in the Zoom room. My name is Liz, and I'm so excited to welcome you to our wonderful Free Library of Philadelphia Early Learning Literacy program today. It's all about family engagement, so grown-ups, grab your little ones, and littles, grab your grown-ups so that you can watch this together. We've got lots of fun things to do today. We're going to sing some songs, play some games, we're going to do some moves with our bodies, and even read some books. And it's always a great thing to do together. That's a really smart way to help build your child's vocabulary. So, grown-ups, here's an early learning literacy tip number 1. Play with your child and sing with them. Songs are a great way for children to learn new words and remember them. That helps build and strengthen their vocabulary. So we're going to start with a welcome song. I'm going to use my ukulele. If you have an instrument or some pot or pan that you can bang on in your house, go get it and let's make some music together. Or if you want, you can just use your imaginary ukulele and strum along with me. I'm going to be singing a song in 3 languages. See if you can guess what it is I'm saying. Ready? Here we go. Hola mis amigos, hola. Hola mis amigos, hola. Hola mis amigos, hola mis amigos, hola mis amigos, hola. Hola mis amigos. Well, here comes language number 2, everybody. You ready? Alhan ya sadiqi alhan. Alhan ya sadiqi alhan. Alhan ya sadiqi, alhan ya sadiqi, alhan ya sadiqi, alhan. Alhan ya sadiqi. Have you figured it out yet? Well, let's do it in English. Ready? Here we go. Hello, my friends. Hello. Hello, my friends. Hello. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hello. Hello, my friends. Alhan ya sadiqi. Hola, mis amigos. Hello, my friends. Hello, everybody. The reason that we are singing in different languages today is because today is about all of the different people that live in our community. Community is a group of people that live together. Now, some communities are very small. Your family is a community. Some communities are very big. Our whole planet, our whole world is a community. Our country, our state, our city, our neighborhood, those are all examples of different communities. What kind of communities are you a part of? Maybe if you go to a church or a mosque or a temple, someplace where you worship, that's a community. Or what about if you play a sport? Anybody on a team? Well, that's another kind of community. Or if you like to sing together in a choir, or make music, or do service together, or help take care of a garden or an environment, those are all other examples of communities. Now, in every community, there is something they all have in common. They all have helpers, community helpers. You know what helpers are, right? How do you help? Well, there are lots of people in the community that also help. They help make sure that our trash gets cleared away. They help make sure that we cross the street safely. They help to make sure that we get our mail and our packages delivered. there are many different people in our communities that help. And today we are going to be learning about lots of different community helpers. Grown-ups, here's another early learning literacy tip. You can pause this video at any time and talk to your little one about the community helpers that they know or that they see in this video. Maybe you have someone like them in your community that they already know. Try connecting the things in this video to the things in your real life that your child might already be familiar with. Those everyday things are the building blocks of literacy. Well, friends, let's get right to it. We've got lots of wonderful artists, singers, storytellers, and teachers who are part of our community that are going to teach us all about many different ways that we are connected in our community. We're going to start with a story from the wonderful Miss Adenike Marquez, who's going to read a book to us all about a community helper named Mr. Gilly. Senor Gilly helps his community by cleaning up the trashy town. Hi, Tana.
Hello, everybody. Hola a todos. My name is Adenike Marquez. Me llamo Adenike Marquez. And I'm super excited today. Estoy super emocionada because today we're going to read Trashy Town, El Pueblo de Basura, escrito por Andrea Zimmerman and David Clemesha. Also illustrated by Dan Yacarino. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so grown-ups, if you could please help your little ones turn the pages of the book. Entonces, adultos, si puedes ayudar a los niñitos para voltear la página del libro. And let's get started, okay? Let's open it up. What do we see? Trash cans, unas latas, periódicos. Oh my goodness, and little fish bones. Who are eating all these fishes? Okay, let's find out. All right. Ooh, unos ratoncitos. We have some little creepy crawler friends we're going to see later. Okay, here we go. Mr. Gilly is a trash man. Esto es el hombre de basura, Señor Gilly. And look at this. We have our little friends, the little mice. Tenemos nuestros amigos ratoncitos que siguen a Señor Gilly. Okay, here we go. In the morning, Mr. Gilly puts on his heavy gloves. En la mañana, Señor Gilly va a poner sus guantes. He climbs into his big trash truck. Entonces, Señor Gilly monte su camión de basura. He turns the key. Can everyone help me turn the key of the trash truck? Okay? Entonces, por favor, si pueden aprender el carro, vamos y... We need to do it again, okay? More power. Here we go. Okay. That was a great job turning the key of the car. Gracias, por favor. Muchísimas gracias. Aquí están los ratoncitos otra vez. Okay. He drives his empty truck down the street. He's looking for trash. Señor Gilly está buscando basura. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is a big word that we need to talk about. Stop. Para. Can everyone please hold out their hand like this and say stop or para? Can we do it in 3, 2, 1? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Para! Stop! Very good, muy bueno. There are trash cans by the school. Mira. Esta basura cerca del colegio. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. There he is, Mr. Gilly. Dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? ¿La camión de basura está lleno? No, not yet. Todavía no. Okay, Mr. Gilly drives on. Con los ratoncitos. Here we go again. That word. Stop. Para. Para. Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Stop! Para! There are trash cans in the park. Tenemos que ir al parque. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Dump it in. Smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? Grown-ups, can you please ask your little ones, is the trash truck full yet? No, not yet. Mr. Gilly drives on. Entonces, señor Gilly va a seguir buscando basura. Here we go again. We all know what to do, okay? 3, 2, 1. Para! Stop! There are trash cans behind the pizza parlor. Hay basura cerca del almacén del pizza. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Dump it in. Smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? Adultos, por favor, si puedes preguntar a los niñitos si el camión está lleno de basura. No, todavía no. Seguimos. Señor Gilly va a seguir. Oh my goodness, here we go again. 3, 2, 1. Stop! Para! There are trash cans next to the doctor's office. Ay, la oficina del doctor. Hay basura cerca de ahí. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Dump it in. Smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? Grown-ups, can you ask your little ones, is the trash truck full yet? No! Mr. Gilly drives on. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1. Para! Stop! There are trash cans by the fire station. Hay basura cerca de la estación de bomberos. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Mira, tenemos otro animal. ¿Esto qué es? Un perro, exacto. This is a little dog, a Dalmatian. Here we go. Dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? ¿El camión de basura está lleno? No, todavía no. Okay. Mr. Gilly drives down all the streets in Trashy Town. Mira, Mr. Gilly, juggling all these trash cans. Qué loco. He empties all the trash cans into the truck. Dump it in, smash it down, and drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? What do you say? Do you think it's finally full? ¿Crees que el camión está lleno finalmente? Vamos a ver. We're gonna see. Yes! We can all do a big hooray. And yes! And in Spanish, sí! The trash truck is full. Look at the little ratoncitos celebrating. Mr. Gilly has cleaned up the whole town. Mi señor Gilly limpió todo el pueblo. Oh my God, qué trabajo. Mr. Gilly drives the full trash truck to the dump. Okay, can you all help me do the beep beep sound as Mr. Gilly backs up the truck? ¿Me pueden ayudar con ese sonido? Beep beep. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Beep, 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 beep. Very good. Muy bueno. Up, up, up goes the truck. Down, down, down goes the trash. And the little mice are like, what's happening? I dumped it in. I smashed it down. I love to clean the trashy town. Le encanta limpiar este pueblo de basura. Okay. Mr. Gilly turns off the key. He takes off his gloves. Then he goes home. Entonces, señor Gilly apaga su carro, él va a quitar sus guantes y finalmente está en su casa. Now there's only one more thing to clean up. I wonder what that would be. Solo hay una cosa más para limpiar. ¿Qué podría ser? Vamos a ver. Okay. And also the little mice are wondering, what can we clean up? Oh, I see. Time for a bath for Mr. Gilly. Ahora, señor Gilly puede bañarse. Look at that, with all the bubbles and that huge bathtub. And his little zapaticos ahí. Ajá, and all the burbujas. Muy bien. We're at the end. Final. Oh my goodness. Trashy Town. Muy bueno. Aplausos para todos. You all did such a great job. Thank you so much for helping me read this amazing book of Trashy Town. I want to ask you, what was your favorite part? Quiero preguntar, ¿cuál era tu parte favorito? Can you think about it? ¿Lo pueden pensar? I'm going to think too. Okay. You know what? I think I have to say that my favorite part was when they were outside the fire station because I got to see the cute Dalmatian. Yo creo que mi parte favorito es que cuando el señor Gilly estaba fuera de la estación de bombero porque yo podía ver ese perrito. And it was really cool to see Mr. Gilly just clean up all the trash. I also really liked when we all said stop together. También me encantó cuando todos dijeron para juntos. That was really fun. And thank you all so much for reading this with me. Okay, bye to Trashy Town. Bye to the Los Ratoncitos. Bye to Mr. Gilly. And bye to everyone. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. Gracias a todos. Ciao.
Gracias, Tana. Wow, what a fun book that was. Did you enjoy reading along? I loved saying para and stop. There are lots of signs like that I can find and look around my neighborhood and I can learn to recognize. And grown-ups, you can do this with your little ones as well. Here's another early learning literacy tip for you. Look for print awareness opportunities just by being aware of the print in the signs and the buses and all of the written words around you. That's a great way to help build literacy. We're going to be doing some more Storytime reading later in the program, but next it's time to move our bodies with the wonderful Miss Mariah Gant. Hi, Mariah.
Hello. It is so nice to see you today, my friend. My name is Mariah, and together we are going to be doing some community helper yoga. How does that sound? Yeah. I would love to hear your name. So on the count of 3, I want you to say your name nice and loud and proud, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's hear. Oh, thank you so much for sharing your name with me. I appreciate that. Before we get started with our yoga, I want you to make sure that you have enough space to move around. So if you have to go and grab a grown-up to help you clear your space, you can do that right now. For any grown-ups joining us, most of the movements that we'll be doing today will be geared towards children 3 and older. However, if you have a young infant or a toddler, you can follow along on your screen, and I'll be doing some modifications with this friend to represent an infant or toddler. All right, let's get into that yoga. All right, friends, the first thing we are going to do is take 2 deep cleansing breaths. So I want you to plant your feet into the ground, nice and firm like a strong tree. We're gonna reach our hands high above our heads, grow your branches all the way up to the top. Grab your hands together and pull them down in front of you. You can go ahead and close your eyes now. And we're gonna take 2 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want to remind everybody that all movement is play. There is no wrong answer. If anything doesn't feel very comfortable in your body today, you can go ahead and change that. If you feel too much of a pinch or too big of a pull, go ahead and shake it out and try the movement again in a way that feels more comfortable for you. And an early literacy tip for all grown-ups. Like I said, all movement is play, and children begin to learn about the world around them by play. And this is how they increase their literacy and learning skills. So let's come back to that breath. Breathe in through your nose. And as we breathe out through our mouth, lower your hands. And let's jump into our first pose. For my big kids, we're gonna plant our feet into the ground, nice and firm like we did as a tree. Reach our hands high above our head and sit back into our chair, just like a teacher would. And I want you to bring your book down in front of you, and we're gonna turn it out to the class. Has your teacher ever done this? Yeah. And we're gonna flip through and read 10 pages together while we hold our balance. Here we go. 1, 2, count with me. 3, 4, you're doing great. 5, 6, 7 pages, almost there. 8, 9, 10. Amazing. For our second community helper yoga pose, can you tell me somebody who helps to keep our community nice and clean and picks up our trash after we place it outside? Yes, you're right. A trash collector, just like in the story we just heard. So in this pose, which is a great yoga stretch, we are going to pretend to be trash collectors and pick up a big trash can and clean up for our community. So I want you to join me crisscross applesauce sitting on the ground. Good job, thank you. Sit up nice and tall and reach your hands high above your head. We're going to twist to one side and pretend to pick up a big garbage can, turn back to the front, and then dump it into our garbage truck. We're gonna twist and do it to the other side. Twist, pick up that huge garbage can, and place it into our garbage truck. Good, 2 more times. Reach, pick it up, dump. Good, other side. Reach, pick it up, drop all of our trash, and bring our arms down to the side. For our third community helper yoga pose, I wonder, can you tell me somebody who helps to fix our roads and build our buildings in our communities? You're so right, a construction worker. And just like a construction worker builds big, tall buildings, we are going to pretend to be big, strong buildings. A reminder for parents, if you're working with an infant or a toddler, you can follow along on the separate side of your screen. Now for my big kids, this pose is also called tree pose in yoga. And just like a tree and a building are very strong, that's what we're gonna do. I want you to plant your feet into the ground, nice and firm. Lean slightly over to one side, just a little bit. Then you're gonna bring your other foot up to just above your ankle and just below your knee. And I want you to feel your tummy really tight. This is also called your core. Hold it nice and strong. And then reach your hands to in front of you. Great job. If you're feeling really strong, you can even reach your hands up nice and high, like the tallest building you know. Good job. You can release that. We're gonna try the other side now, okay? Give yourself a little shake. Now stand nice and firm. Remember, we're gonna lean to the other side now. Slowly, as you feel comfortable, bring your foot up to above your ankle, your opposite foot. Like I said, keep your stomach nice and tight. Bring your hands to your middle. You might feel a little more wobbly on one side, and that's okay. And once you feel nice and strong, you can reach your hands up high above your head. Good. You can release them out and down. and that was our construction worker or tree pose. For our fourth community helper yoga pose, can you tell me somebody who helps to deliver mail, packages, and letters throughout our community? Yes, a mail carrier. This pose, which is also known as airplane pose in yoga, we're going to practice being a strong mail carrier who drops letters into the mailboxes of everybody in the community. Now for this pose, big kids, I want you to find your balance and lean over onto one leg. You're going to lift the opposite leg behind you, push it back behind you straight, reach into your bag, and drop your letter into the mailbox. Now we're going to try the other side. Start planted, lean over to the other leg, push that other leg back strong behind you, reach into your bag, and drop your letter. You might feel a little shakier on one side, I certainly do, and that's okay. If you fall out of the pose, just join back in with us. Let's try this one more time on each side. Start nice and tall, lean over onto one leg, push that other leg back behind you, reach your arms out, grab your letter, and drop it into your mailbox. And one more time, lean over to the other side, push that opposite leg back behind you as you reach your arms out. Stand a little wobbly. Grab your letter, whoop. Grab your letter, and drop it into the mailbox. We have made it through all of our community helper yoga poses. To get the last of our wiggles out, we're going to do a quick jog in place as we wave goodbye to all the community helpers that we met today. Ready? Here we go. All right, let's wave goodbye to our teacher friend. Let's wave goodbye to our trash collector. Thank you so much. Let's wave goodbye to the building constructor. Bye. And wave goodbye to our mail carrier friend. Thanks so much. You did such a great job with your yoga today, and I hope that you can share it with somebody in your community. Alrighty, bye now.
Thank you so much, Mariah. Oh, it feels so good to move and stretch my body. Don't you love doing that? Well, now it's time for us to do a little bit of singing with a very special guest, Dr. Adenike Webb. Come on, let's go say hello. Hello, Dr. A.
How are you?
I'm so good. It's great to see you. How have you been?
I've been well. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that's so wonderful. It's so great to have you here today. I would love to introduce you to the families at home. Can you tell them a little bit about what you do?
Sure. My name is Dr. Adenike Webb. I go by Dr. A, and I am a music therapist. And that is someone who gets to use music with people to help them be healthy, to help them learn, to help them take care of their feelings and learn how to get along with others. So I get to use music in ways that help people feel better and do better.
Wow, that's awesome. What are some of the ways that music helps us learn?
That's a great question, Liz. So one of the cool things about music is that it has a melody or a tune that you can hum or sing, and then there's a beat or a rhythm that helps you know what's happening next. And when you put those two things together, it can help you get words and memories well placed. So how many people know the ABC song? I know it. And you know what? Sometimes I still sing the ABC song to help me remember where some of the letters are when I'm looking something up. So music can help us remember things. So when we put it with the tune to sing and we put it with a beat that we can move our bodies to, it helps us remember what the words are, whatever little bit of information we want to know.
Wow. Well, we've been learning about community helpers today, and we've met lots of new people, and we have all these new ideas. Do you think that you could help us remember those new things with music?
Of course, of course. And I am happy to share a song that we did together about community. So, this, as a little tip for parents, you might hear some words in here that can help your learners understand more about what it is to be in a community. So, this will expand their vocabulary.
Oh, wow.
So, I am happy to sing this song with you, Liz.
Great. Let's do it as a duet. And families, you can sing along with us at home. Dr. A, why don't you sing each part and then we'll repeat it back to you.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
C is for caring.
C is for caring.
About people and spaces.
About people and spaces.
O is for our work.
O is for our work.
That brings smiles to all faces.
That brings smiles to all faces.
M is for making friends.
M is for making friends.
They can be old or new.
They can be old or new.
M is for making music.
M is for making music.
That's a big part of what we do.
That's a big part of what we do.
U is for understanding.
U is for understanding.
It can be hard to get along.
It can be hard to get along.
So N is for not hurting others.
So N is for not hurting others.
That will keep us
That will
strong.
keep us strong.
I is for imagining.
I is for imagining.
The good things we can create.
The good things we can create.
T is for talking together.
T is for talking together.
To make our community great.
To make our community great.
Community is important.
Community is important.
And this much is true.
And this much is true.
We need everyone to make it work.
We need everyone to make it work.
So Y is for you.
Wow, Dr. A, that was wonderful.
Thank you. And thank you all for singing along with me.
That was so much fun. Yes, thanks everybody for singing along with us. I love how you use all of the letters in the word community to help learn and remember all of the things that we need to know about our community.
Yeah, and that's just only a piece of it. But this is one really neat way to think about how we are part of a community and what's important in a community.
That's so cool.
Yes, and as we were singing, I would like to give a little tip to parents. You don't have to wait for fancy songs and sing-alongs to sing with your little learner. You can sing at any time. It can be a short, sweet, simple song that you make up. You could sing a song about going to school in the morning, about getting dressed, about going to bed, walking to the bus, whatever it may be. And you can put your little learner's name in there so it's very special and all about them. So I hope you all find some wonderful ways to sing and make music together.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. A, for teaching us all about music therapy and all the ways that it can help us grow. It was so great to sing with you today.
My pleasure. It was lovely to see you, Liz, and it was so great to sing with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. A. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I just love singing with Dr. A. She's a really wonderful musician and friend. Now it's time to go and do some more reading with another friend, Mr. Brennan Malone. Hi, Brennan.
Hi, my friends. My name is Brennan, and I am so happy to be here so that I can read one of my new favorite books, Thank You, Amu, by Olga Mora. Now, you're probably wondering, who's Amu? Well, Amu is the character of our story, my friends, and her name means queen. And I hope you're excited because she also gets to talk to a lot of our community helpers that we've been talking about. So get ready, my friends. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. What a delicious stew, Amu said. Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I've ever had. With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw a little boy. Little boy, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was playing with my race car and down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell, the little boy replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Stew, he sighed. That sure sounds yummy. Amu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. Would you like some? The little boy nodded, and so Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the little boy said, and went on his way. With that, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until someone was at the door. When Amu opened the door, this time she saw a police officer, one of our community helpers. Miss Police Officer, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell, Miss Police Officer replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Ah, stew, she said, and her mouth watered. That sounds mighty tasty. Amu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. Would you like some? The police officer nodded. Once again, Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the officer said, and went on her way. And so, for the second time, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew, scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until again, someone was at Amu's door. This time, when Amu opened it, she saw a hot dog vendor, one more community helper. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell, Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Ooh, stew. The vendor licked his lips. That sounds quite delectable. So Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big, fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Amu's door. Here's some more community helpers. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker, even the mayor stopped by. So many community helpers. And each time they knocked, Amu shared. Soon, the sky darkened, the streetlights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Amu opened the big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. No. Amu sniffled. there goes the best dinner I have ever had. Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until... Who could that be? Amu wondered. When she opened the door, she saw the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, the cab driver, the doctor, the actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the baker. Why, everyone she fed today was at her door. I'm sorry, everyone, Amu sighed. My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share. The little boy tugged at Amu's sleeve. Don't worry, Amu. We are not here to ask. We are here to give. The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Amu with something special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Amu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Amu's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love. That dinner was the best she ever had. Thank you, Amu. Wow, that was a really beautiful story. I truly loved every moment of it. Were you counting your community helpers along the way? I hope so, because there were so many. I hope you enjoyed that story, my friends, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye now.
Thank you so much, Brennan. That was such a wonderful story, wasn't it? Grown-ups, here's another early learning literacy tip for you. When you come across a new vocabulary word that your young one doesn't know yet, practice saying it a few different times. Maybe even put it in the context of a sentence and try using it in different ways. And go back and read the book multiple times a day. That kind of repetition is another helpful literacy tip. Well, now it is time to do some fun stuff with blocks. So let's open up our bag and our imagination and play with the wonderful Mr. Frank Jimenez. Hola, Frank!
Hola, hola, mis amigos. Hi, my friends. Hi. My name is Frank. What's your name? That's a nice name. Today, well, we've got some fun activities. Hoy tenemos una actividad muy divertida. We've got... Can you guess what this is? If you have an adult in the room, ask them what this might be. Si tienes un adulto en el cuarto, pregúntales qué pensarían ellos que será esto. Blocks! Son bloques! They are building blocks. If you have building blocks with you, you should take them out too. Si tienen también una bolsita con bloqueos, sáquenlo también. We're gonna be building stuff together today, and it's gonna be really fun. Ooh. We've got lots of shapes and colors. Tenemos bastante formas y diferentes colores acá. Let's see what we have. And you can feel free to take your time taking out your blocks. Some of them might be different from mine, different colors, and that's okay. Toman su tiempo sacando todos los bloqueos. Pueden ser diferentes, tener diferentes colores, y eso está totalmente bien. Ooh, what do we have here? Can you guess what color this is? ¿Pueden decidir qué color es este? And if you don't know, si no saben, pregúntale al adulto en el cuarto. Blue! That's right, it's blue. So we've got what appears to be a very long rectangle. And you might have a rectangle like this, and it might be a different color. It could be green, or red, or yellow, and that's okay. So we've got a blue rectangle. Un rectángulo azul. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. Next. Ooh, what is this? Can you guess what color this is? ¿Pueden tomar una estimada de qué color es este? Green! It's green! What kind of shape is this? ¿Saben qué forma es esto? If you don't know, you can ask the adult in the room. Si no saben, pregunta al adulto en el cuarto o tu hermano o hermana. This looks like a semicircle. Un semicírculo. So we have a green semicircle. Un semicírculo verde. Ooh. Oh! Mira, look. It looks like an L. Can you guess what color this is? ¿Pueden saber qué color es este? Amarillo! Yellow. And the shape is strange. It looks like an L. L shape. And again, you might have different colors. Y está bien si tienen diferentes colores. So we've got a yellow L. Next up. Ooh. We just did this color. ¿Qué color es? What color is this? Yellow! Yes, yellow. And it's long, really long. Oh, it has two shapes in one. Can you guess what shape that is? It's a circle. And there's another circle at the back. So we've got one circle, un círculo, two circle, el segundo círculo. And together they got this tube. Esto se llama un cilindro. A cylinder. We can make a lot of fun shapes and builds with this. So far, ahora solo tenemos dos amarillos. We've got two yellow blocks, one green one, and one blue. Uno verde y uno azul. We've got 3 more to go. And you might have more shapes, and that's okay too. Ustedes pueden tener más shapes. Y eso está bien. Ooh, fancy color. We have... Can you tell me what color this is? Red. Red, yes. Rojo. Este color is rojo. And it looks like a little triangle, right? Un triángulo. Así. And again, you can have maybe blue or green or yellow, and it can be any color. Pueden tener diferentes colores. Puede ser lo que tienes es azul, amarillo, verde. No importa. Oh, so we've got a lot of fun shapes. Tenemos muchos bloques que va a ser divertido to make new stuff together. Turn to the adult next to you and ask them, what do you think we can make with these blocks? Volteate al adulto próximo tuyo y pregúntale, ¿qué podemos construir con estos bloques? I know, yo sé. We can build A car. ¿Podemos construir un carro? Vamos a ver. We're gonna see how we create this car, but we can do anything with our blocks. Podemos hacer lo que podemos con nuestros bloques. Okay. Do you have... ¿Tienen un rectángulo así? Do you guys have a rectangle? And it's okay if you don't. You can have a square too. Or anything that's kind of long. Algo que es como un poquito largo. Like this. It's a nice long rectangle. That's gonna be our base. It's gonna be the body of the car. Eso va a ser lo que es el cuerpo del carro, right? Boom. Center. Straight center. Aquí en el centro. Now we need the front of the car. Necesitamos lo que es la cabeza adelante del carro, right? So this is the body, and we can make any shape the head of the car. Podemos hacer cualquier bloque que sea la cabeza del carro, so we can drive it. Yeah? So, we can do big triangle, triángulo grande, small triangle, two small triangles. So podemos hacer un triángulo grande o dos pequeñitos. Y bueno, ¿cuál piensan que podemos decidir? Y si no tienen triángulos, if you guys don't have triangles, that's okay, friends. Ask the adult in the room what they think I should pick. Pregunta al adulto qué bloque escogeré. Creo que voy a ir. I think I'm gonna choose the red one. Creo que voy a escoger el rojo. We are building a car. Estamos creando un carro. Es un poquito largo. And that's okay. Si tienen algo así, pueden enseñarlo al adulto. If you have something like this, what we are building, show it to the adult in the room. What should we do next? ¿Qué bloqueo escogemos? No sé. Ask the adult in the room, what else do I need to complete a car? ¿Qué más necesito para cumplir el carro? Llantas, wheels, right. I need wheels to complete the car. Well, we don't really have one circle. We have two. No tengo solo un círculo, pero tengo dos. El cilindro. So, si tienen algo así, if you have a cylinder, si tienen un cilindro, o si tienen un círculo, o si tienen un semicírculo, or if you have a semicircle, that works too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a way to use these as wheels. Vamos a ver cómo podemos usarlos como llantas. Okay, this can go on the bottom. Esto puede ir abajo. We can use one circle. Un círculo. Si va acá, ahí está. If you can find the body of your car, and if you have a circle or a triangle, anything really, you want to put it underneath right here. Now that's one wheel. Solo es una llanta. We need one more because we're building the car from the side. Estamos creando el carro del lado. So, una llanta. Vamos a necesitar uno más. We're going to need one more wheel. I'm going to use the green. Voy a usar el verde triángulo. And if you have a square, a circle, anything else, that's okay to use too. Si tienen otro algo que es el triángulo diferente colores, úsenlo también. And then we're gonna put the red on top. Oh. Let me see. Ooh. It seems like the cylinder is rolling away too much. Se ve como el cilindro se está moviendo demasiado. So, vamos a usar otro. We're gonna use another object, another block. Vamos a ver. We're gonna replace it. Lo vamos a sacar este y usar otro. We're gonna use el verde semicírculo, the semicircle. We're gonna create el carro, and it's gonna be great. Vamos a crear el carro y va a ser fantástico. Y ahí está. There we go. We have our car. Tenemos el carro. How did yours come out? Good. And this has been super fun. Esto ha sido muy divertido. Hasta luego.
Gracias, Frank. Wow, wasn't that fun? What did you create with your blocks? Very interesting. There are so many different ways that we can explore the idea of community helpers. We can read about them, we can think about them, we can move like them, sing about them, and even create things in their honor. Well, friends, it has been so wonderful spending time with this community today, and I hope that you can all go out and find new ways to be helpers in your community. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.